Rickie Fowler, 2 under 68. Rickie, nice playing. Obviously, later time today. What'd you do this morning, and did you watch any of the early wave?
Thank you. No, I actually didn't watch any this morning. I did watch a little bit yesterday afternoon. This morning, just hung out with Maya and my wife, and went over to my parents are actually staying in an RV with my grandparents next to Jordan and J-Day, and so we actually went over there and hung out for about an hour, and yeah, it's just family time this morning. So then was able to just walk over and kind of get my warm-up going after that.
How'd the game feel today, and how did the course maybe play a little differently?
Felt pretty good today. I feel like kind of the only area gave away some shots. Some long-range putts. Felt like greens might have been a little slower, and then there was areas where they're putting pins were in a little bit more slope or pitch, so going up some pretty steep areas, so it's tough to get yourself to hit it hard enough, and then because you obviously don't want to blow it by and have something that's downhill slider. So we'll try and clean some of that up. Golf course wise started to firm up, greens started to firm up a little bit. I think, like I said, kind of the biggest difference, pins were on some more slope than yesterday. Tucked a little bit more. Par threes were back, and then the wind was blowing a bit more than what we had yesterday. So still a solid test. I mean, the birdies are out there if you put yourselves in the right position, but as you can see, bogeys are very easy to make.
We're going to go here on the left.
Rickie, what was it like just walking up 18, hearing the crowd chant your name? And do you feel like, given the struggles you've had and being where you are now, maybe there's a little extra support from the crowd? Because struggles can be relatable from time to time.
I sure hope everyone can relate to struggles, because everyone deals with them. No one's perfect. I think you'd be lying if you haven't been through a tough time, especially if you play golf. No, it was great being able to walk up 18, and especially after hitting a good drive and hitting it on the green. Didn't have a whole lot to worry about, and the fans they've been great here. I feel like especially yesterday as the round went on, just kind of more and more energy with as I continue to go more and more under par. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's been a while since I've felt this good in a tournament, let alone a major. So it's going to be a challenge, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Stay on the side.
Rickie, what is it that makes what is it about you that makes make you so popular with the fans? What do they like about you? Why are they so demonstrative?
I wish there was an exact answer. I'm not sure. It's I never planned to have kids want to look up to me or follow me or anything like that. I feel like I've always been myself, and I don't try and do anything different or be anyone else, and I sure hope I come off as genuine. I feel like I'm just me being myself out here and love what I get to do. So I do feel like kids or the youth are very good judges of character. So I'm gonna take that as a compliment that a lot of kids do look up to me.
Yeah.
Stay here with Greg.
A quick follow-up, if I may. Does it put pressure on you so that it instills a slight fear in you that I must behave myself all the time so that I maintain this extraordinary popularity, or does it, in fact, buoy you up all the time?
No, I mean there's plenty of times where that the cameras are around and people are watching, and especially with today's day and age with cancel culture and all that, you have to be aware, and at the same time it's being aware but still being just true to yourself, and not trying to be different or fake. So I think it's kind of a little bit of both.
Rex.
Rickie, kind of piggybacking on what Jason asked you outside, given the way you look today, pretty relaxed, does it feel like a U.S. Open test? Because it seems like you're making it kind of look easy.
Thank you, I think. It's not that easy out there. I mean, I know visually yes, I've made a lot of birdies, and that is doable out there. Until, you've been on the grounds or been out there hitting shots, I mean, it's still a very hard test. Is it the hardest U.S. Open? No. I think it's a good, fair, hard test. Visually, probably watching on TV and stuff, it probably doesn't do it justice. The fairways look, very wide because, yes, the mode areas are wide, but where you actually have to hit it is very small. So the golf course is big and open, but plays very tight. And yeah, I mean, the greens, you can't see how much slope there is and how thick everything is around. Hit fairways and hit greens, yes, you can score well, but you get out of position and it's going to eat you up.
Back right.
Rickie, congrats on a great job so far. When you reflect on all you've been through, the struggles, the adversity, what or who would you say got you through it, kept you going?
A number of people. From JT, Jordan, Duff, Smiley, who was walking around with us all day today. My coach that I was working with until I went to Butch, John Tillery, Joe, who had been on the bag for me forever. Obviously, my wife, my little one, even though she can't say a whole lot. Family and those people that are close to me. Knowing that everything other than golf was great. It was tough because golf was kind of the only thing that was not in place according to everything else. So, it was a grind, but to, be back in here talking to you guys for a couple days, it feels great. This is where I want to be, and it's nice to be back in here.
And when you reflect on all that now, how do you appreciate these moments, the week you're having here?
Yeah, these are why we play, and this is why everyone that's teeing it up this week, or guys that try to qualify, this is what we all want to do. We play the game because we love it, we want to compete, and we want to win. Going through the last few years, there's probably plenty of people that might have just hung it up, but for the guys that play for a living out here and know high-level golf, part of the struggles, I wouldn't say I necessarily enjoyed it, but looking at it, I did, just because of how much I learned about myself, my swing, my game. I wouldn't be in this position had I not gone through the last few years.
Back left.
Hey, Rickie, you had an exceptionally long wait on the fourth tee, probably like 15, maybe 20 minutes shot. And the result was maybe a little bit of a block, and then you get a loose shot in the bunker. And then again on 7, you probably had 10, 15 minutes before you hit that putt. I'm wondering what effect, if any, did those delays have on those 2 shots?
Yeah, I mean, you try not to think about it, but it is kind of a bummer when you get a little bit out of your rhythm, and especially when you're kind of rolling. The fourth, especially coming off of 3 birdies to start the round, it can be tough. But there's no excuses out here. Things are going to happen. You're going to have waits, so kind of just a bummer, but it's part of it.
Can you remember another event where you've actually had 2 groups on the same tee waiting to hit a shot?
We get backups, especially drivable par 4s, reachable par 5s. It happens, I wouldn't say weekly, but just depending on the golf course. Next week we go to Travelers, 15, there usually ends up being a bit of a wait there. Like I said, it's part of it. It'd be nice if it wasn't, but it's part of what we do.
Just a few more, front right.
Speaking of rhythm, when you go into the weekend with the lead at the U.S. Open, from a mental, emotional standpoint between now and when you tee off, do you do anything different? What is kind of the ingredient there?
Yes, I'm in the lead, but we're only halfway there. So, being in the lead is nice, but it really means nothing right now. I'm looking forward to continuing to challenge myself and go out there and try and execute the best I can. Like I said, a lead right now really doesn't mean anything. It's about being in a good position after the first 2 days, obviously making the cut, having a tee time on Saturday. But we're in a great position, and but yeah, like I said, having a lead right now really doesn't mean much. A little different once you get to after 54 holes, because that's when things really heat up.
Right here.
Rickie, coming out of that period of struggle, what's the overriding emotion now? Is there relief that you kind of got that behind you, or is it determination? I mean, what goes through your mind now that you seem to have your mojo back?
Well, I wouldn't say it's all back. It can get taken away very quickly. If anyone that plays this game at all, you never know. So definitely, appreciation, gratitude, knowing it's a very humbling sport. And there is some relief that that 3 years is behind us. But like I said, appreciate the good times, because you never know when things are going to go south.
Last one, Sean on the right.
Rickie, when you think about your peaks, like 2014, all the majors, early 2018, some of your best stuff, do you view those two peaks differently than each other, and how far away from those peaks do you feel right now?
Yeah, a little bit. 14 and 15 were very good. 14 with the top fives in all the majors. 15, I won multiple times with the players. 18 being another solid year, but I would say now I'm in a better position than any of those years. I really haven't, I feel like, played to my capabilities yet, and knowing what I've been able to salvage and still get some solid finishes and put myself in contention. I just feel like I'm getting older, so I'm more mature, but I do feel like I'm in a better position with my game now than I was back then.
Why do you feel like you're in a better spot?
I have a better understanding of everything. I know more about my swing myself, my mental approach, and I would say having a family now, and a great support group around us. I just feel like I have a lot more going for me than I did then.
Rickie, thanks for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.